Drama, anything like that, they tend to score higher on standardized tests. Now, there are always exceptions to the rules. I was an exception to the rule. I don't know if you've seen my SAT scores back when. You wouldn't have believed that. But as a rule, it does occur. And what the reason I think that is because music performance, you being a musician as well, you know, you have to use both sides of the brain, the left brain and right brain, simply because there's a creative side, but there's also an analytical side to playing and performing music. You know, not only there's an expressive side, like painting a picture that comes from from one side of the brain, but the analytical side, being able to count rhythms, be able to read notes, be able to identify stuff from sight and things like that. So it exercises both sides of the brain. So that is truly a benefit. And I've never really understood why we always get a bum rap in band. You know, we're called the band nerds and the band geeks and stuff like that. But you know, really some of the smartest kids in the school are involved in one or more of the fine arts programs. Be a part of. You know, we get all types of students that come through the program here. The very assertive, the very focused, and the ones that are very mild and meek and don't make a whole lot of you know, they don't draw attention to themselves. They just kind of want to move along with the flow. And you know, for some of these kids, and I hate to think of it in these terms, Michael, but you know, some of these kids, this may be the apex, the pinnacle of their life. You know, what they do in school, in band, will be the best thing to ever happen to them, because after this they'll go into some menial job, or you know, some hourly wage job. Not that there's anything wrong with that. My grandmother used to say anything that's honest is honorable. But you know, the excitement, the travel, the association, working with the group, this may be the peak of as they see it in their life. So, you know, I try to make the most of it for that very reason. But it teaches so many things. There are people sitting in this room right now that will be doctors, there will be lawyers, you know, there may be Air Force pilots sitting in there, there may be a general sitting there, I don't know, you know. I know that we've had an unusual number of students come through the band program since I've been here that become doctors. That has really blown me away. Very few band directors. You know, I guess I could persuade them not to do that. But, you know, gives you an opportunity to find out, you know, can I work with a group? Can I lead a group? Nurses, airplane pilots, they do all kind of stuff. You know, one of the things that amazes me too, these kids that when they go off to school, a lot of them go way off to school. Like MIT, Notre Dame, University of Miami, Southern Cal, places like that. I've had kids go all these places. It's truly amazing to me that they do this. So I think that, you know, the social aspect and just the you know, just the interaction that kids have is just incredible. Around right now and waiting, you know, just to see Zach if well, my daughter, for example, is an assistant director down at funding. We're in trouble right now, you know, and there's no way about it. What amazes me about the whole thing, I understand being in trouble, that we got in trouble so fast. It's like we were okay one day and then the next day, oops, you know. I have always been of the belief, and I've tried to do this in the years I've been teaching. You got to be real good stewards with the money. It's number one because it's not your money. It's your money. You know, you pay taxes. It's your money. Yeah, and I've been entrusted to spend it wisely. The band program here, we pride ourselves on being able to do a lot with very little. We've been very fortunate, very blessed to be able to do a lot of things, go a lot of places, have a lot of things that just from being creative, being scroungers and things like that. Because I'll be honest with you, you know, funding for the arts, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's a secondary thought. You say, well, it all goes to athletics. The nice thing about athletics, athletics generates most of its own money. It's not money that's given to them by the schools. You know. You look on a Friday night, a football game, I don't believe I could get that many people to come to a band concert. I just don't. You know, now maybe a marching contest, but not a band concert. And so, you know, it's where importance is placed. Do we put too much emphasis on one and not on another? You know, public demand and public popularity pretty much dictates where money goes. And so, if we don't get the funding's out there. You just have to know where to look for it. But I'm going to tell you, next year is going to be tough in a lot of ways. I would not want to be a Board of Education board member or one of the assistant superintendents having to do what they're having to do over these next couple of weeks and months. You know, I just got an email while we were sitting here from one of the members of my church telling us to be in prayer for the wife of one of our members. She just lost her job as a media clerk. They just called her in and told her this morning, you don't have a job next year. You know, that's tough. You know, they got a kid in high school, one in middle school, and it's just, you don't want to hear stuff like that, you know. So it's a tough time for all right now. I guess since it's the United States, we'll just print some more money.